Celebrating a new airline's arrival at Columbia Regional one day after Delta departed.
Changing mid-Missouri intersections could save lives, while local cities are making a roundabout choice.
Plus, a new Valentine's effort connecting Columbia to more than 200 other countries. KOMU 8 News at 6 starts now.
From Studio 8A, coverage you can count on in high definition. This is KOMU 8 News at 6.
Delta is out, American Airlines is in at the Columbia Regional Airport. Good evening. I'm Danielle McCarthy.
And I'm Jim Rick. Thanks for joining us. A party celebrating the switch is underway at the airport tonight. KOMU 8's Micah Smith joins us live as the party is wrapping up. Micah?
Just moments ago, dozens of people were behind me who came to the airport to get their first look at the changes happening here. The Chamber of Commerce gave out refreshments and these little light-up airplane pins to commemorate the event. American Airlines' first flight left from the airport earlier this afternoon at about 2:30 p.m.
and do all of that.
American Airlines and U.S. Airways announced yesterday an $11 billion merger between the two companies, creating the world's largest airline. Reporting live from Columbia, Micah Smith, KOMU 8 News.
Columbia Public Works is in the process of revamping intersections around town.
KOMU 8's Michelle Schulke tells us how four-way stops are becoming a thing of the past.
Around Columbia, this red traffic sign is on the way out, but another is taking its place. Yield signs are in. Some say if the city continues to add more roundabouts, drivers will need a new course on how to drive. Michelle Schulke, KOMU 8 News, Columbia.
The city of Columbia has plans to install another roundabout in the next month on St. Charles Road to accommodate more traffic near Battle High School. A Columbia woman drove through a glass door at Arena Liquor today. 60-year-old Paula McDonald drove a blue Scion into the store around noon today. Columbia police arrested McDonald on a charge of driving under the influence. She was not injured and no one inside the store was hurt.
Turned out to be another really good day today as we topped out at 52 degrees, although the winds may have made that seem a little more uncomfortable. Look at the weekend coming up on KOMU 8 News at 6.
Dave, thank you very much. People around the world are celebrating their Valentine's Day by raising awareness and rising up against violence. 15 years ago, American author Eve Ensler launched a campaign, 1 Billion Rising, against sexual crimes involving women.
She called for women around the world to rise on Valentine's Day. One Columbia woman has risen to the occasion and is bringing the event to Columbia tonight. KOMU 8's Allie Hines joins us live from Stevens Lake with more. Allie?
I'm here at Ragman Pavilion, where Columbia's 1 Billion Rising event just opened its doors. Behind me, there's live music, dancing, and hopefully a large crowd will turn out. Elaine Hartley and her team of people have been preparing for this event since November. Hartley says the purpose of the event is to spread awareness of violence happening worldwide.
Abuse from people.
Hartley says 1 in 3 women have been physically abused or assaulted worldwide, which equals about 1 billion total people. Reporting live in Columbia, Allie Hines, KOMU 8 News.
The Missouri House passed 2 measures this morning requiring voters to present a photo ID at the polls. KOMU 8's Garrett Berquist joins us here in the studio to explain the debate surrounding voter IDs. Garrett?
Jim, this morning's vote marks the 6th time since 2006 that a voter ID proposal passed at least one chamber of the General Assembly. State lawmakers passed a voter ID bill into law in 2006, but the Missouri Supreme Court struck it down.
That's not trying to suppress anybody's vote. That's trying to make sure that, that the people who are legitimately voting, they are not being disenfranchised.
The measures now head to the Senate. Senate President Pro Tem Tom Dempsey says his chamber will likely not consider voter ID a high priority.
Governor Jay Nixon outlines what he sees as the benefits today of using federal dollars to expand Medicaid to help families facing mental health issues. Nixon spoke at the Missouri Mental Health Commission outlining his budget plan for $10 million Medicaid dollars for Missouri's mental health systems. The governor calls his plan the Smart Right Frame. Nixon outlined 5 points for the money in the mental health system.
Provide more services in our community mental health centers across the state, to develop special crisis teams who will work with selected hospital emergency rooms in 7 areas of our state, to increase mental health first aid training for professionals so they can recognize the early warning signs of mental illness, to train law enforcement in mental health crisis intervention, and to teach families how to care for loved ones.
He said that fiscally it's smart to accept the federal funding as it would cover 100% of the expansion for Medicaid.
Well, the last couple of days have been relatively mild. We will see a sharp contrast in that weather coming up on that forecast on KOMU 8 News at 6.